If you're a fan of the weird, strange and true stories like me, delivered in a story format, then you've come to the right place. I will be uploading a couple times a week. If that's of interest to you, please give the like button a click and subscribe to my channel and turn on all notifications so you won't miss any of my uploads. Let's get to today's story. The Dancing Ruby Red Shoes. When I was a young kid, we lived in Wichita Falls, Texas. My parents and siblings lived on Sunset Drive. I have an older brother and sister, and a younger brother. We loved to play outside riding our bikes up and down the street. At the end of Sunset Drive, the road dead-ended. To the left was a walking path that led down to the Wichita River, and to the right was a gravel driveway that led up to an old haunted house. This incident is part 2 of a video called The Picture on the Wall, that I posted about the story of the haunted house and what happened to us. I have included a link below to that video, if you would like to watch it first. My father and brother and I loved to fish, so every Saturday morning we would walk down to the river where a section was cleared off from brush and bushes. We would fish until around noon and catch enough catfish for us to cook for dinner that night. My mom would never clean the fish, but she would cook them for us. During the summer months, my older brother and sister and I would play around the banks of the Wichita River. You could follow a trail that went north up the river, or you could follow it west. If you followed the trail west, after a short distance you would come to an area between the banks of the river and a cliff. About 15 feet up on top of the cliff was the old haunted house. We had played in this area during the summer quite a lot, so we were very familiar with the area and what the cliff looked like. One day during the summer, while we were out playing near our fishing spot, we kept hearing sounds like something was banging on wood. The sound was coming from west of our location. As we followed the trail west, we continued to hear the sound getting closer and closer to us. We went around some large trees on the trail, and we heard the sound coming from above us. We looked up, and about 10 feet above, was a wooden door on the side of the cliff that had never been there before. On the door was a pair of red ruby shoes like Dorothy wore in The Wizard of Oz. The shoes appeared to be dancing on the door. This was right below the old haunted house. That was the scariest I had ever been in my life. We all ran home as fast as we could, screaming all the way. Our father got home from work a short time later. We told him what we had seen, and begged him to follow us there, so we could show him. We all went down to the river and walked the trail to the cliff area, and pointed up, but there wasn't a wooden door on the side of the cliff now. Our father gave us the riot act and told us to get home. After that incident, anytime my father wanted to go fishing, my brother and I would refuse to go. We never went down there again. If you were to ask either my sister or brother what happened at the cliff on Sunset Drive, they would tell you this exact story, because it really happened to us.